Got my Star Wars 1977 shirt. And guess what's on the marathon? Ooh. Got the Star Wars marathon. Can't show it for very long or it would be like copyright. Yeah. I mean, you can't copyright if you have a shirt on, you know, you're a character, but like. Dogs were getting scared when I was putting this on. Oh, yeah. Well. Oh yeah, somebody was saying that it was when I wore this shirt, someone put a comment that it was like gay or something, that it had rainbow colors, or they were saying some shit like that. It's not rainbow colors, it's like, it is different layers of colors, but it's more like celebrating the aesthetic of the 1977 Star Wars. So in the 1970s, you have to kind of understand the aesthetic of the decor and the colors that people would use back then, and especially rich, bright orange was used, and like red orange in the late 60s and 1970s, and also lime green, like really, so strange color palette, but you know, that was the color motif for the psychedelic 60s and the and all on into the 1970s. So you see it in movies like Star Wars 1977, a lot of bright oranges. You see that in Stanley Kubrick, 1980. You see it in The Shining, and you see it in Star Trek in the late 60s. You know, lots of Brady Bunch. There's lots of examples of it. This bright orange color being everywhere. So this is not a this color. It's not a LGBTQ colors. It's a celebration of the particular aesthetic of the original Star Wars. So. Yeah. So it has nothing to do with gayness, like at all. So, just and you know, really, like, gay people don't own colors. You know, right? So. Originally, the rainbow was in the Bible as a symbol of renewal and hope after the great flood of Noah. It had nothing to do with queerism at all, or trans-queerism or anything like that. Some of those chives in here. Got the old school Star Wars marathon. Yeah, I know they made a sequel trilogy. Disney bought out. George Lucas was gonna secure that 1,000 generations of his Lucas family would not, maybe not 1,000, I don't know, $4.6 billion could last for, 1,000 generations like the Jedi Knights, but they'll probably have to be, real careful with their money because they won't have the Star Wars cash machine to rely on. So the Star Wars ATM, like Disney has now. I don't care if I have all 9 Star Wars movies. I don't care if there's a movie marathon and they play all 9 Star Wars movies. I still, as an original fan of Star Wars, do not consider Disney Star Wars canon. So I just don't think it's canon at all. I don't take it seriously. So there's only 6 films that I consider canon, and those are the 20th Century Fox George Lucas ones. So yeah. Yeah. The media barely reported a stabbing in a pretty shocking one. A Ukrainian immigrant, a young girl, 23 years old, a blonde girl. And yeah, Ukrainian got some beautiful women, beautiful babes, models and supermodels and all that. Yeah. So she fled the Ukraine and the war in Ukraine, and she came as a young golden girl to start a new life, and she got a job in a pizzeria, and she didn't really have shit, I don't know if she spoke much English, knew much English. Wanting to start a new life in America. That's I might do like 250th anniversary of America with the, Real American song and stuff like that, and maybe American Pie, Star Spangled Banner, and all that stuff. But really, the one that kind of like, I think I have an affinity for that Neil Diamond song. They're coming to America. I just like the way it sounds, so I might play that one too. So the thing about, if you're Russian or you're from the Ukraine or Georgia or something, a Soviet breakaway republic, we're not used to dealing with African Americans. We're not used to dealing with black people. Now, if you're a white person, you're walking down the street in a big city, you see a dude with dreadlocks, and he looks angry or whatever, and he looks kind of, hooded out, and he's got a white beater on. Usually you put your warning radar on. You're like, just keep an eye on that dude. Maybe you don't reach for your gun or your pepper spray or your knife, but you're kind of like, oh, okay, looks like a gangbanger dude, like, red alert, with the Rasta dreads and shit. You're probably like, just keep a note, right? Just kind of not being racist. You're just protecting your own life, and you're protecting your own property. So, it's just how it is. Yeah. And if you see anybody white looking like that too, you red alert. Yeah. Put on your, at least check things out. To be aware of your surroundings, right? if I'm walking through a big city, I find myself alone in a dark alleyway, and there's four young black males, then probably, I could survive it, but I could get by, if I mind my own business. But maybe even if I mind my own business, maybe I still get jumped or jacked or whatever, or killed or whatnot. Let's put some. I lived and worked in Washington D.C. and I rode the D.C. Metro for a while, and there's a lot of black people in Washington D.C. So maybe I put my guard down more than other people did. Other races did, other ethnicities. So yeah, maybe I put my guard level a little bit too low, a little bit like DEFCON 2, and then maybe some people they put it up to DEFCON 4 or something. Big butter on there. Okay. Maybe my DEFCON is not as high as it should be. So the young, sweet, beautiful pizzeria girl. She's I'm sure there were some boys at the pizza shop ready to teach her all about America. Trying to be first in line, huh? Oh, she's new. We got a new one? Ooh, welcome to America. Oh, my English is not so good. Oh, I'll help you with that. Don't worry. Don't you? You'll be an English expert in no time. Ooh. Yeah. So then she gets on. She's not really aware of her surroundings, this girl. She's young, naive. She thinks probably maybe America's the golden land of wonder and opportunity, the land of milk and honey and endless streams. Yeah. Yeah. But then the reality sets in. She's on a bus or she's on a metro or whatever, and she doesn't have a car, and she works at a pizzeria, and she got to get on her feet, right? Get her security. Yeah. Maybe she has some friends already. Ukrainian diaspora. That's the word. So she doesn't really have what they call situational awareness. So situational awareness is like, there's a guy with a wife beater shirt on with dreadlocks right next to me. Let's just check it out. Let's keep an eye on that. Just not being racist. This is just called situational awareness. Okay, homeless looking stanky ass dude with dreadlocks, black dude is on the public transit. Yeah. Now, first of all, I would find somewhere else, and I wouldn't put I wouldn't put him right close to my back. I wouldn't put him right behind my ass. So first of all, if I went on that thing, I saw a dude with dreads, a black dude that looked angry or crazy or something, I would go sit somewhere else. So, step one, she already failed situational awareness. Sadly. Have a crazy guy with a black dude with dreadlocks going, making silly ass faces and shit. That's, failure number one. But we're at the climactic battle, the reunion between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi, though. Only a master of evil, Darth. When I left you, I was but the learner, but now I am the master. Only a master of evil, Darth. Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, so this is like old school, dude. Yeah, it is really like old school, having an old school Star Wars marathon, except it's on cable and it's not on VHS. It would be the only difference between the 1980s, 1990s, and right now. Yeah. May the force be with you. All across the world, they're coming to America. Ooh, that's a good, man. That's great shit. The Neil Diamond shit. Not just Sweet Caroline, obviously that's the big hit, but the America one is good too. It's great too. Maybe not as great as Sweet Caroline, right? And of course, yeah, people they wish they made more like love songs like that, like they did back in the day in 1960s, 1970s. But I think the age of romance and love is dead. I think. Yeah. This is the Chutula. 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 Yeah, I want her to see Chewbacca and the Ewoks today. Oh, love ya. Here's your unicorn. Yummy. There you go. Okay, so she sat by the dangerous looking guy. And dangerous looking brother on the so mistake number one, lack of situational awareness, like not realizing she's a young, fine, blonde girl, right? And she's sitting behind, she's sitting in front of somebody sketchy. Failure number two, letting your guard down on public transit to begin with. Failure number three, the failure of many guys are entranced by gadgets and gizmos and androids and iPhones. Yes, men are addicted to technology too, but the narcissism of technology is particularly acute in women, especially young women. So they're always checking out their social profile. They're always looking at themselves like narcissists in the pool. And so that's what she was doing. So you're in a public situation, but you got your face in the fucking phone. And so I've seen a young woman with her face in her fucking phone like at a busy intersection, and she was just like a heroin addict. I mean, I was thinking, well, how the fuck is she gonna drive if she's looking at herself on Facebook or something? So the answer is probably not very well. So because not just women, but men too are interested. Who's doing better than me? Who has more than me? Who has better stuff than me? Is the girl more beautiful than me? Does the guy have more stuff than I do? Does he have a bigger family? Does he have a bigger boat? You know, so society is obsessed with that, keeping up with the Joneses since the cave days, right? So people have been doing social comparisons since time memorial, except they had more privacy because they weren't on social media. So if you notice that your friend or your neighbor has a hotter wife than you do, you don't notice until you have to go out and meet them. So you can't see it online or something in the internet in the old days. Dun, dun. I just use the caveman days because it's fun to talk about like prehistoric man and shit, or early man, right? 'Cause that's a hoot. Yeah, so we got the hash browns, making the eggs, got the sausage. So the sausage from yesterday, I'm just warming that up. So waste not, want not. Yeah. Yeah. So the gentleman, the monster, not the gentleman. My bad. So yeah, Beauty and the Beast met each other. Well, Beauty and the Demon, and poor Ukrainian girl. She didn't grow up around all these different ethnicities. There was only one ethnicity, right? It was either Russian, Caucasian, or Ukrainian, Caucasian, and then that was about it. So she wasn't used to the Latinos or the Africans or the Asians or Indians or whatever. She wasn't really used to that. She just was like. So as an immigrant, she wasn't really prepared for situational awareness, or like Scott Adams would say, if you see them, get the hell out of there, get the hell away. She didn't. Maybe she didn't understand enough English to get that that message. If you see one of them, get the hell out of there. Get the hell away. Da na 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 na. Dun 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 dun. Bow 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 bow. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 da 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 dun 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 dun. Amazing score by John Williams. Huh? Yeah, amazing. Yeah, part of the joy of Star Wars is just listening to the music, right? Like, besides all the other fun shit. And so the man, he just got his knife out. He said, "Ooh, there's a victim right there. Oh, look, she has her back turned to me. Oh, she's got her face glued to the fucking phone. This is perfect opportunity to kill somebody." And ooh, and look, it's an easy target. It's a young woman and she's skinny and can't really fight back or defend herself. She probably doesn't have any weapons on her. This is a perfect opportunity for a predator. Oh, perfect. It's like seeing an elderly man and you're a younger man and you're like, oh, I can kick the shit out of that fucker. You know, he's not going to do much resistance to me. Look, he's already over the hill and through the woods. It's like, like the Joker or like a Clockwork Orange or something. It's out of a dystopian type movie. Easy pickings, as they used to call it, right? Okay. So he puts out his knife, and I haven't watched the graphic video because it's, really, I don't think I need to watch the graphic video. I mean, yeah. The edited video is disturbing enough, right? With the blood dripping everywhere, and the guy's just like, "Hey, just another day on the job, or whatever, or another day of insanity." So I don't know. The way he kills somebody so nonchalantly, like it's just a regular day on the mass transit. Is, the mainstream media would only report it if it goes viral on the internet enough. Then they'll be forced to the mainstream media report it, but they don't really like reporting that minorities are committing crimes against white people or attacking other ethnicities or races. So they really don't like that because it doesn't fit their white supremacy narrative. Put this right here. The corporate fake news media does not like to report any stories that do not fit their agenda. So basically, the crazy motherfucker pulls out his knife, stabs her in the neck, she bleeds out, and she dies. All her dreams are gone just like that. No more pizzeria. No more love interests. No more future. No children. No family. No nothing. Just death. Oh, sad, sad. All right. Well, oh. And this is the reason why we can't have nice things, I think, in this country, because so many people do not respect each other, and they violate the law. And I watched videos about they have internet cafes in Japan and Korea, and I see how nice it is, and I see how they trust one another, and they respect one another, and I wish that for the United States, but I don't think that it's possible because of certain elements within our society. So I don't think it would be possible to have a nice internet cafe with stuff and food out and where people didn't steal shit and rip off shit and try to game the system for their own personal benefit. I don't think that we could actually have a trustworthy society in America. I mean, ever again, like it used to be, where people kept their doors unlocked and stuff like that in the fairy tale days. So, yeah. This is the reason why we can't have nice things, because people don't respect one another. And they don't respect a lot. Too many people don't respect the law. And so all right. They're coming to America, all around the world. Ooh. Rest in peace, Ukrainian girl, pizza girl. Oh, thank you, Bob. I love you. Oh, yes. Perfect sleeping weather. Chula. Or what's the Chewbacca? Or, I don't know what it is. Oh, man. Yeah, some people are saying firing squad, execution. Well, I hope he does get the death penalty. He's probably going to try to get off on a mental illness rap. You know. And they have liberal DAs and justices. Man, he could even get he might even get a light sentence. I don't know. Murdering somebody in cold blood. In a cowardly sneak attack. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on how liberal the city and the justices and the DAs are. You know, if they're appointed by Joe Biden and Obama. But yeah, I say death penalty for sure, without a doubt. Back to the Star Wars marathon.